I'm excited to share with us today, and I hope I've shared sound. But do you remember our friends, the Eagle friends from a year ago?
Mm-hmm.
And here they are again. This is live. This is the live broadcast.
Wow.
And look at the 3 eggs.
No. Mm.
So speaking of Eagles and Eagles fans, the mom is Jackie, and the dad is Shadow. Women, female and male eagles have the same coloring, but females are a little larger. And I can't really tell who's who, but I think this is Jackie. Is there anyone who can't see this? Raise your hand if you can't.
Are they taking turns though? Like
Yeah,
setting the
so
eggs?
they're taking turns. And over to the right, you can see that that this Big Bear Valley is amazing, and they're the ones that monitor it. And so Shadow, the dad, they always report in daddy duty report. Shadow attended the nest for 4 hours and 31 minutes with 5 visits. So the daddy comes in and out, but this, I think, is Jackie, the mom. So the hatching of the eggs is called pipping, and the due date is March 1st.
Oh, wow.
So I thought we'd just get a glimpse of them today, and we're going to work a little bit with Eagle today. And then we can revisit in a couple of weeks and see how they're doing. And I'll put this link here. I'll put it in the chat, but I'll also put it in the notes when I send stuff out. How's that? How does this?
That's wonderful, Kelly. We need this joyful, wonderful, natural thing.
Exactly.
What an interesting perspective from so high up in the trees.
Oh,
Right.
great.
So that is part of the symbolism of Eagle. And we're going to really work with, at this time in our world, tapping into the Eagle spirit and getting up high with vision, perspective. But there's let me stop sharing. And let me share a different view. Okay, just a second. There's a second cam, if you will. And this is cam 2. And so the eagles are, I think, in this tree here. So this cam, let me start it. You can imagine us in this circle of trees. And this cam zooms in and out. It's the wide view where you can see the nest. But yeah, and I don't know exactly. Let me back up. Ooh, look at the dark. So the sun is rising there. And the wind is blowing, but they're not zooming in right now. But the eagles are in one of these trees. So amazing perspective. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing and take us back to the other one.
I've heard their nests are as big as a king or queen size mattress. If they're old enough, they just keep building them.
Is that right?
Yeah, I can't even wrap my head around that. But
Mm-mm. How could that be?
They're as big as a king size mattress. It
someone
could
told
fit
me
in
a
a
king, but
tree.
even a queen, I know. But you think about their wingspan, it would have to be pretty darn big. And they stretch out. I don't know.
Hold on. She's getting snowed on. Now, is that sound shared?
Yes.
You can hear the wind.
Supposed to be really windy today.
So we're gonna drop into meditation, and before we do, because you might want to close your eyes during the meditation, let's just really really get to know Jackie here. Imagine like you could actually touch her feathers. Imagine you could see, look, there her eyes, golden eyes. Her beak. Yeah, her nest, this big nest of queen size bed dimensions. I mean, this is the life we've been given. Like, this is reality. Just beholding her is a spiritual practice. The practice of beholding, really using your senses, hearing the wind, your sense of sight and ability to really look at her and the surrounding area, the branches of the trees, the pine needles, the lake down below, Big Bear Valley. The snow, your sense of touch, if you could just touch her. And not out of sort of voyeurism or anything, but just honoring her and her life, the life that she's incubating there, the eggs. And the community of people, 7,100 people watching now. We are not alone. Tap into the way that both Jackie and Shadow care for new life and each other, taking turns, bringing each other food, adding to the nest. They're the same birds that have been returning to this spot or live in this spot year after year. The spirit of the wind. It might feel cold, but the element of air is so powerful. There are her eyes. You can really get a look at that right eye. She closes it again so the wind doesn't hurt her. Might just say hello to her, introduce yourself to her. Call her by name, Jackie. This is ordinary reality. This is the material world, the physical world. This is real. And just as real is what we might call non-ordinary reality, the ethereal, the spiritual. Western civilization has wanted us to separate those two things, to say this is the only real, physical. And it roots way back to Socrates and Plato and Greek thought. But we know that indigenous communities always believed there was no duality, that eagle also, as well as being physical, is spirit. We are spirit. Everything is connected, not separate from one another. So working with this idea of non-duality, not being separated from Jackie, and embracing the spirit of eagle, not just Jackie, but the energetic spirit of eagle. I'm going to invite us now to work with our energy, Jackie's energy, and the energy of eagle in general. I'm just going to ask for an indication. Can you hear me speaking over the wind? Okay. I'm going to leave the sound on. And you all can just keep gazing and beholding Jackie, or you can close your eyes as we begin to drop into our energetic, spiritual imaginations. Ground yourself, as we always do. So you might imagine the roots of this tree way, way, way down below, dropping into earth. And similarly, imagine your roots extending out of the bottom of your feet, holding you, allowing gravity and energy to ground you to earth. Now begin to drop into your energy bubble. Feel it forming all around you, emanating from your heart center, that part of you, that soul, your essence, your true capital S self. Let your heart center shine brightly and begin to build that big golden or white bubble. It's the full moon right now. So you might feel your energy body like moonlight. And you're right in the center of your circle, your bubble. Not too far forward, not too far back. Tons of room all around you. You might even view this as an energetic shield of sorts that allows love out and love in, but protects you from the chaos and the absolute oppression that's occurring in our ordinary reality today. Feel your light body, your light shield protecting you. And now feel the energy of eagle. You might even imagine your light extending out and encompassing, becoming one with the spirit of eagle. Maybe you and eagle, each in your own bubbles, kind of form a bubble together. That might be a more tangible way to visualize it. Is eagle spirit, Jackie, has her own big white glow about her. You have your white moonlight about you. And you are touching and overlapping and uniting. You're not separate. And eagle energy is so powerful, and it's so important right now because it symbolizes and carries the vibration of strength, courage, and the ability to rise above challenges. So begin with that. There are other meanings too, but we're going to just work with strength and courage and rising above challenges. So you might imagine yourself on the back of an eagle, soaring among the treetops and landing above all the muck, above all of the chaos, above all the oppression. And that doesn't mean we ignore it. We can actually see it from up high. We have a different perspective, a different point of view when we fly on the back of an eagle energetically and find ourselves in a treetop. Courage and strength helps us rise up to find a different point of view. Now, eagle reminds us to face our fears with confidence. So the spirit of the eagle doesn't bypass our fears, but the energy allows us to get up in the treetop, have enough strength and courage to do that, and then get a different perspective and just acknowledge our fears and face them with confidence. So if you've got fear, I know I do, and disgust and worry, all of those things about what's going on in our world, in our country. Isn't it interesting? Eagle is our national bird. It represents all of this goodness, and so we call on the spirit of eagle to hold us and support us with strength and courage in the face of our fears. We are not alone. We don't have to do this alone. We don't have to suffer and worry alone. We can call on the power of nature, the energy of Eagle, not to get rid of fear, but just to support us in it and infuse that fear with the energy of confidence. Feel that energy of confidence, perspective, and wisdom. Add a little wisdom energy in there, seeping into your bubble, helping your bubble shine brighter and bigger, creating that shield all around you. In Judaism, the Torah begins and ends with the image of God as an eagle. Not an old, white, gray-haired man in the sky. The power, the sacred divine power. And in Hinduism and Buddhism, Garuda is the mythical eagle. It's a symbol of strength, protection, and the triumph of good over evil. Let eagle energy fill you and let it shine brightly out over the whole country and world. An energy of strength, protection, and the triumph of good over evil. Your eyes are closed. You might want to open them. Jackie is moving on the nest. Oh, she's settling back in. Protecting her offspring, her future offspring. And see her under feathers there. Again, remembering that spirit and the physical realm are not separate. As we interact with nature, we're reminded that spirit is in all things, including us. We are nature. We're not separate. We are spirit. So as we begin to return to our physical senses, really take another look at Jackie, thanking her. For her life and her energy. Thank the spirit of eagle over all for its strength, courage, perspective, confidence, protection, and the triumph of good over evil. When you're ready, just begin to wiggle your toes and fingers and return to the screen.